Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all the lecturers and all my fellow friends. My name is Syahmi Faris bin YAHAYA, will presenting my final project board of the Regional Landscape Planning course. Starting from the introduction, my site is located at Kampung Nelayan Teluk Nipah, Pulau Indah, which entirely rich with natural features like mangrove forest and the agricultural activities. Based on our research at site, we can identify the major issues around here, which is the contamination of environment. It is caused by the air pollution from the manufacturing activities and poor waste management. Somehow, this site is less of attraction and lack of wayfinding. So next, my design aim is to increase the economic growth by creating a new ecotourism destination to preserve the cultural and environmental services to solving these particular issues. I emphasize several methods, which is first to inject series of healing treatment which support green energy to improve human well-being. Second is to preserve the natural resources through the biodiversity awareness, and third to promote the local identity through the sustainable design approach such as using recycled materials and so on. So, I separate three different design approach which refers to each design objectives. First is hygiene, to supply renewable energy to reduce the risk of carbon emissions. Second is preservation, toward protection and monitoring the natural resources through the biodiversity awareness. And third is conservation, strengthen and conserve the character of culture and heritage around the site. Furthermore, for the design development phase, my concept that I choose is living in HYGIENITY, which refers to developing in a healthy and a vigorous way in order to become a rapid ecological district, particularly as a consequence of a pleasing setting in Kampung Teluk Nipah. From that concept, I come out based from my three different site problem, which is air pollution, less attraction, and also the water pollution. Other than that, referring to the topic on environmental services, I choose regulating services which is influence ecosystem on air quality and also water purification. Second is cultural services, which is the dimensions of well-being associated with cultural and services in Kampung Teluk Nipah. Next, based on my design strategy, this is the final look of the enlargement plan. Start from the northeast. As you can see, there are mangrove reservoirs and wetland restoration as my site proposal. Next, there is fishing spot area to maintain the economic activities. From south, as to increase the ecotourism hub, I propose mangrove kayak tour as well-being as mangrove park. Near from the location, I managed to propose a waste management center, as before this there is a bad waste management around this area. Before entering this village area, there is a main entrance proposed with planting area to make sense of welcoming for the visitors and the passerby. Towards from this location, we can see the resting area with the permeable pavement, which help re-establish a more natural hydrologic balance and reduce runoff volume. This area is connected with nature and relaxing area to give a soothing feeling for the pedestrian. Last but not least, to promote the cultural and local identity, there is a social cultural area that shows the relationship between human and social with nature interaction. It will produce the natural exposure learning for the visitors and local users to maintaining the identity of the village. So for the design strategies, refers to the bubbles diagram. Starting from conceptual diagram, I separate four different characteristics on my side. The first one is reclaim, which is the original identity of this village. Second is relief, which is through human activity and interaction. Third is revive, which to conserve the quality of natural ecosystems. And the last one is a resource, which utilizing the aquacultural resources from the fishermen. Next is spatial diagram. I separate few areas refers to each activity, either it's active, semi-active, and passive. And from there, I come out with functional diagram, which is the proposed areas based on the spatial diagram and refers to the legend. Furthermore, this is my perspective view located at Mangrove Park. It come out with planting strategy and design policy. For the planting strategy, mangrove pot helps create long-term seabed of the growing trees and the roots that help to maintain the blocks. Second is wetland restoration, to to maintain the critical wildlife habitat, help to state and tribal watershed goals, and they contribute to economic well-being. Meanwhile, for the design policy refers to this area, I choose mangrove conservation by protecting coastal areas, especially to lower down the impact of tidal surge and strong wind. Second, for wildlife conservation, it is to provide for the protection and conservation of wildlife and for matters connecting therewith. Next is there are a few planting selection I choose from my section elevation. From this design development phase, it can conclude the aspects of cultural ecological that play a huge role in evolving this wetland into a sustainable village for the residents there. The biodiversity of mangrove forest to be conserved, and it can be the main attraction for tourists who seek for an adventure with nature. With more facilities proposal from this study, it will give the tourist experience, amaze and so on, as well as the implementation of the latest technology to promote the clean energy and to combat the particular pollution from the surroundings. So that's all from me. Thank you so much and Assalamualaikum.